Hey guys, what's up? Today I got an OU match. This one is against Snuggy95. He came to me and he was all like, "Oh, I have this undefeated team and I'd like to use it against you because I know you're, a good battler and stuff." And I said, "Hey, sure, why not?" So I'm going to lead with my Tyranitar, just stealth rocks, and I figured Uxie would lead and I can pursuit trap it or whatever. And like he can't really do much to me. He can U-turn, but other than that, and yeah, I know I'm gonna need it for his Kyurem and his Chandelure too. And the Electivire gonna be a bit of an issue. Not really. I mean, I have a lot of things that can deal a lot of damage to it. But probably like my Infernape, maybe my Metagross are the only things that can like OHKO it. Um, Everything else can't really take the appropriate hit either, so it's a little bit of a worry. But we trade rocks on the first turn. He's gonna go for the U-turn, which is expected. I'm gonna go for the Stone Edge because I thought maybe he'd want to like Thunder Wave or potentially set up screens or something like that, or Yawn. But I'm gonna miss as he goes into his Electivire, which really sucks. It wouldn't have killed, but it would have done a lot of damage, as I said, to where I'd be able to easily kill him with like anything on my team. I'm gonna switch out to Gengar on the fairly obvious either Earthquake or Cross Chop. He does go for the Cross Chop, and that does nothing because Gengar is immune to it. He's gonna switch out here to Landorus. I really don't know why he made that switch. It is a leftovers Landorus, but that probably means he was Sword Stance, so he could have done really well, especially since he's in the sand. And my physical wall is psychic, so U-turn will do well. I mean, if he's Sword Stance, then he doesn't have U-turn probably. So I don't know. It's just weird that he made that switch. Like I said, Electivire probably would have lived the Shadow Ball, like most definitely. Actually, I think it was like max like 60 or 70 ish, but whatever. I'm gonna switch to Tyranitar. Because special wall and sand and all that stuff, and his Draco Meteor is not really going to do that much. I know he's not going to be able to do much to me after with another Draco Meteor because of the special attack drops. So I'm going to stay in. I'm going to go for the Stone Edge again because Electivire and stuff, and it's probably going to kill him after a second round of Stealth Rocks and more sand and stuff like that. But he's going to stay in, I guess, predicting me to switch to something to counter his Electivire a little better. But I'm not worried about that. So I hit him with Stone Edge and he just dies. And that's great. He's going to switch into his Sharpedo. Now I'm figuring, I hope he doesn't have Aqua Jet because my Infernape with Mach Punch is going to be one of the only ways to kill him. But I can't switch out like outright, like right now, because he's either going to go for Waterfall or Earthquake. And as soon as he gets one speed boost, he's going to outspeed me with Aqua Jet priority over my Mach Punch priority. But yeah, so I switched to Slowbro just to sort of rack up some sand damage and stuff because I don't think a Mach Punch is going to kill him outright. And again, like I said, I can't just go out to Infernape and he's not going to take, a hit. So I'm just kind of life orb stalling him a little bit. Gonna let my Tyranitar go. I kind of didn't want to because of Chandelure, but I'm just like, I sort of need to make a sacrifice. I probably could have let go of Metagross, but meh. Tyranitar was already like, 2/3 or 1/3 health rather. And yeah, so here I just kind of test it. I'm like, he hasn't used Protect, but he probably has it. Because, I mean, he did come in on a defensive Tyranitar, so it's like, why would he need to waste a turn on Protect and lose Sandstorm health? But, yeah, so it ends up working out. I'm going to switch out because I'm Choice Banded, and I don't want to be Mach Punching a freaking Uxie. Go to Hydreigon. Kind of stupid because I'm like, okay, maybe he'll Psychic, but he actually is going to go for the Thunder Wave. Predicting that probably. But the thing is, if this had Dark Pulse, that would be really bad, but I don't. This is actually a Choice Scarf Hydreigon with U-turn instead of Dark Pulse, which means it's not as useful. I mean, a Dark Pulse here would have been great. Uxie, Chandelure, and Electivire would easily get to it KO'd, and I'd outspeed him if I was Life Orb set. I might even flat out kill him if I was Life Orb set, maybe. I don't know. Probably. But, yeah, so I'm going to get paralyzed. He's going to go into his Hydreigon. And I'm going to get fully paralyzed. I went for the U-turn, so it didn't really matter. But it's actually better that I got paralyzed. Because now he locked himself into Hidden Power Fighting. And I am going to be able to go in with a Gengar and scare him out. Going to go with the Shadow Ball. He's going to kill Electivire after rocks fairly easily. And now he's going to go back into Chandelure. I figure he's Scar from the get-go, and most Chandelures are, but, whatever. If he is, then he'll probably lock himself in the Shadow Ball, not wanting to miss with Fire Blast. And that's exactly what he does. So I know I can go to Metagross. I know I can take a hit. It's going to do a lot, but I can take a hit. I wanted to go for the agility here, but I'm thinking if he switches out, like he probably will want to avoid the Earthquake, um, if I agility, it's going to be useless because it's not going to help me against the Uxie, and he can just paralyze me and screw me over. So I go for the Meteor Mash. He does switch out. It does, do quite a lot of damage. I'm going to hit him again, and he is going to actually live that. So I'm like, shit. But, not a big deal because he's not really threatening to me at all. And once he comes back in with rocks and sandstorm, I'm just going to die. But he switches back out to Chandelure. The thing is, I know he's dead after sandstorm damage, so he can't really do much. I'm going to switch to Infernape just because it's kind of useless. I mean, I could have went Slowbro, but I figure Slowbro is more reliable and can sort of kill Uxie more easily, even though it's like at no health, so it doesn't really matter. But whatever. I mean, either one didn't really matter. And yeah, so I just go back out to Metagross, and he's, like I said, gonna die to Stealth Rocks and Sandstorm damage. Actually, just Stealth Rocks. Whatever. Anyways, so that's the battle. Worked out pretty well. The only thing that really happened was that Stone Edge miss, which a little annoying, but he ended up switching out anyways. So, I mean, it could have been worse if he had just stayed in and knew he could take the Shadow Ball and killed me. But, yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the battle, and I'll see you all next time.